I want to thank first of all to all my team and the entire people here making this possible for us as a team together. Any one of you will find its own place, if not in our courses, rather in bringing their imagination to life by just prompting in Biela. Because as I said, now everyone and everybody, from kids to elders, from those who have the skills to those who they don't have the skills, are able to develop software. If you're not stepping now, you're not stepping into the future, and you are going to be grounded in the past. I want to thank first of all to all my team and the entire people here making this possible for us as a team together. Any one of you will find its own place, if not in our courses, rather in bringing their imagination to life by just prompting in Biela. Because as I said, now everyone and everybody, from kids to elders, from those who have the skills to those who they don't have the skills, are able to develop software. If you're not stepping now, you're not stepping into the future, and you are going to be grounded in the past.
Hello, welcome. Hey, Danny. Hey, Theo. How you guys doing?
Hello,
Hello,
Sarah. Hello, everybody.
we're
Good,
doing good.
good. Thanks for joining us today. We are going to have a great call. Actually, I don't know what time it is where you are in the world, but if you need an alarm to help wake you up, this is a new or shift you throughout your day. This is going to be a very fun new way that we're going to show you. If you got our email, that means you're signed up on our email list, and thank you so much for coming. Um hey Kyle, how's it going? Long time. Good to see you.
Hi, Kyle.
Today we have not only this app that we're going to be building with, which is a wake alarm app, but we also have a guest who's going to be coming in, and we're going to help them build really kind of like a first prototype for their website. It's a great business idea, and excited to get started. So thank you guys for joining us. Um, Danny, I'm going to put you on the spot. You have any words of wisdom for us today? I think like anything inspiring you'd like to share.
Oh, wow. You really put me on the spot, so you're not kidding about it. I'll think about it, but most probably we'll gather all the wisdom words as we build our project. So when it's time for them, we can place them
We can
right.
do it. Okay, no problem. See, I was testing your alarm prototype. Like, are you the type of guy who like presses the snooze because you need 5 more minutes? Or are you the type of guy who wants to do a puzzle on your alarm? I'm totally jumping the gun. Okay, Theo, tell me about this new design that we have coming out today. I would love to hear about it and sort of the inspiration around like why it is that we're doing it.
Yeah, so basically, I got this idea from, I think you guys might have seen some advertisements for some alarm apps
Mhm.
where you actually have to scan or take a picture of an object inside your house, a random object every day,
Okay.
in order to prove that you woke up. And
I've never
yeah,
seen this before. I had never, but that is kind of funny.
so yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun as well. But I thought let's put a spin on that and let's make it actually prove that you're awake, not just because like you can just wake up, go take a picture of the item that
Right.
you gotta scan and take a picture of, and then go back to bed, jump right into bed. But this prototype, I don't know who does that, but yeah, this prototype that we're building is actually much better in a way because it actually uh, tests out how awake you are, how um, well are your drawing skills right in the morning. So if you are awake, then that means you're able to draw out the actual picture better. So let me explain exactly how this works. So
Okay.
you set an alarm, and you can also set the difficulty of the puzzle that you gotta do. And let's say you go easy, it's going to have some shapes, some simple shapes. So maybe like a star, maybe like an umbrella. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be random by the prompt, by BL. It's going to make it random. But we're
Okay.
going to have a couple shapes, and we got to, once the alarm starts, you got to draw it out. And the more accuracy you have, the, well, the better the app knows that you're awake. So it's going to turn off the alarm at that point.
Okay.
So that's about the gist of this project. And
Okay. So here's the thing that I like about it, and that I wanted to, I think, feature when we're looking at something like this. So we're all aware of subscription fatigue, right?
yeah,
And it's like you find something really cool and you want to try it, but it's another subscription. And that's great for the people who are building the thing. But the reality is, we have now the tools to build our own version of pretty much anything. And so sometimes these simple apps, whether it's something like this that would be entertaining to you, right? So this is really about the individual sort of customizing what would be fun for them. Maybe it
yeah.
is jumping up and taking a picture. Maybe it is drawing or something like this. I also I have a friend who is like really strong with confessions, and so they like to start their day with confessions. And so, like, creating an app where your alarm starts you out with the confessions that you want to, maybe be going over
How
that
does that
day,
work?
right? It's cool, right? And so I think part of what we're doing here in these moments are just showing you how simple it is to create your own customized tools that help your life run the way that you want to. Because now we're all developers, we're all vibe coding. I would say we're all vibe coders, and really the sky's the limit. So I love this. I'll tell you guys about one actually that we made last night that was really cool a little bit later. But all right, let's get into it.
Let's start. Yeah. So I have here Biela running, and I will give it a prompt that I was actually I made it using the Biela Enterprise that we've released. And it was able to make a pretty good prompt, in my opinion. So let me get it really quickly. All right, so here it is. So build a web app called Draw to Wake, and I'm actually going to start it up so that we can read it while the AI is building it, while Biela is building it. So
Okay.
yeah, let's go ahead and start it up. So here's the prompt. Again, I used the idea that I had about it, and I gave it to Biela, and it was able to come up with this. At first, I didn't actually think that it was possible to make this. I don't know why I thought it wasn't possible, but yeah, Biela just told me straight up, yeah, this is possible. All right, so let's begin by reading this. So build a web app called Draw to Wake. I'm actually going to read it from my notepad here. So build a web app called Draw to Wake, a drawing-based alarm clock that forces you to complete a sketch challenge to turn it off. We got the core flow, a couple like home screen, below the arm button, a prominent test now button. When the alarm time hits, play a looping alarm sound and show the alarm screen. The user draws the prompt on the canvas. Once similarity passes the difficulty threshold, so we got like easy at 75%. It's going to calculate this in real time. So once you start drawing, you're going to be able to see a percentage of how close you were to the actual shape, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's going to be in real time. So I think it's similar to, it's like a similar functionality to the Google Draw. I think it's, do you know what I'm talking about, Danny or Sarah? I think you guys
Google
might have heard of it. I don't think it's Google Draw, but it's like Google something, Google Quick Sketch or something like that.
No, I think the one I'm most, I mean, like in Notes, how you can use your stylist or whatever, but I actually don't currently use my finger to draw on my phone.
Well, this is going to be able to let you do that. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that it's similar to that Google product. I think it's like Quick Sketch or something like that. So we got the similarity scoring and the test mode requirements. Let me read that real quick. Test now button is always visible. I want to have a test button because I don't want to set an alarm, just have to wait a minute to test it out. I want to test it out instantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the similarity scoring, client side, whatever. Maintain a reference silhouette or bounding box. Again, this is just more of the AI telling the perfect, prompt, building the perfect prompt, so that Biela is able to know exactly what to build. Then we have prompt pack, 20 simple prompts hard-coded in a data file. Example: cat, house, tree, fish, banana, sun, car, flower. Each prompt name. Each prompt name plus reference silhouettes SVG path. So we're going to do this with SVGs. SVGs are just a type of image, vector-based image. Then we have visuals. Again, this is not too... I actually didn't really want it to be specific on the visuals. I kind of wanted it to be more free going. But it's okay. We can change the visuals later. It's not a big deal. We got the dark mode, big bold typography, alarm screen, and we're actually going to be building this as a web app instead of
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, so we're going to be building this as a web app instead of a mobile app, because I haven't tested it out if it actually works. But I could test it out maybe while making the next project, let's say, for the guest that's coming on today. Maybe I could do it in the background, see if it works.
But yeah, we're going to be building it as a web app, but it's going to be mobile responsive, so you're going to be able to use it on the device itself, and you could just make it an app easily.
Yeah, how would that work if you built it as a web app and you wanted it to function as an alarm? How would that work functionally?
Well, I think most browsers just have like the ability to just send notifications nowadays, so I don't think it's a huge deal, honestly. But again, we're just testing this out currently. I haven't really done anything with drawing in the past, so this was a first for me. That's why I said in the beginning, like I was not sure if this was even possible
Okay.
with drawing abilities, right? But again, it is. I found out it is possible, and we're just having fun today for the first couple minutes to see how because I thought this was a good idea, honestly. Like the alarm clock.
You mentioned that you created it with Biella Enterprise. Can you tell me just a little bit about Biella Enterprise?
Well, for sure, I can tell you a bit about.
Or Danny, you can also too.
I think Theo is the master of Biella Enterprise.
Oh, Biella Enterprise.
Oh, come on, no, don't say that.
I will not step over him on this one.
All right, so Biella Enterprise is an enterprise solution of Biella. It's more capable of doing certain tasks, such as pulling data straight from your source websites, or even doing research, doing labs testing. We also have these features in Biella.dev, but Enterprise is more geared towards enterprise solutions, right, for companies. And currently there's no pricing about that, but what I can offer you guys is the functionalities of it. So it's got a couple agents inside of let's say one project. So inside of one project you have a couple agents, like quite a lot actually. Yeah, and each of them can actually run independently and create your project from scratch. And we have a couple such as gaming, mobile apps, and coding agents, research agents, testing agents. We also have, I remember correctly, we have the gaming aspect. Did I mention that? And the design agent. We also have an explorer, which is able to actually go on the website that you give it and start searching on Google, basically. So if you ask it to, like, hey, Google something really important for me, it's going to be able to do that. So enterprise is more geared towards businesses that want to expand their ability to create their projects, their dream projects, or even like create anything,
almost
basically.
Like empowering the AI to even do more, given the information that it has about your company, about the project you're building.
It's able to do a lot.
It would be considered a more agentic.
I think so. Yeah, I think Danny might know about agentic word. I don't really use that a lot.
Okay.
Agentic.
Yeah, Biella Enterprise is let's think of it as a overpowered version of Biella that is soon going to be released, and it's of course a more agentic workflow. So it has many benefits, as Theo was telling you, many different specialized agents. It has even an implementation with Telegram, if I'm not mistaken, so you can collaborate or keep working on things from your phone just by texting your own bot on Telegram. So it's just a much more advanced, agentic, and overall business-oriented version of Biella.
About Biella.
Yep.
Amazing. The reason why even I just mentioned that is I've had an opportunity to experiment with it a bit, as well as with Every LLM, which is an amazing product that we have rolling out as well. The
I
enterprise.
love every LLM.
Yeah, I do too. The enterprise really is a large scale solution for companies that are looking to mobilize I would say vibe coding development, but looking to mobilize development on a whole nother level. And I've seen the way that the different agents work together, and it is very amazing. So
there's like a central one that's able to pass tasks over to another one. Let's say you want to build the website, it's going to be able to pass a task to over to the coding agent, and then it's going to be able to pass another task to the design agent, so that once it's done, it's going to have like 2 different AIs, or 3 even, doing
and
your own project.
The enterprise solution is it's custom in that sense. So if you were interested or to learn more, there's actually smaller bit tutorials that our team would go through with you. Every LLM, on the other hand, is going to be for every person. I've been using it and I'm thoroughly impressed. It combines essentially the 300, I think over 300 different models into one, and into the very similar user platform that you're looking at, that we currently build with on Biela. So if it is something, deep research, you're going to have probably, Anthropic. If it's for visuals, you're going to have maybe Nano Banana. If you're all of the different models are essentially available, and then the platform will self-select what is best based on the project. But it does PDFs. When you're building and planning, you can then immediately transition right over to Biela to build a website based on the information that you've been gathering or the research you've been doing. It can send and receive emails from your email provider. I mean, it's
don't get too excited about it.
No, I am, and I'm also giving Biela time. It looks like we have
we are done.
Amazing. Okay, let's do it.
That's why I wanted to be like, don't get too into detail about this. Let's test it out, because I want to see the drawing abilities we're able to do here. All right, so let's hit test now. And it says I have a banana to do. Let's see how close I can. That was not that close. That's not that close.
That's hilarious. The time
was reference.
We need longer time. You didn't have enough time, I think.
No, actually.
I think he drew so good that Biela just stopped.
It stopped it.
Yeah. So let's try it again.
Come on, that's not it. Okay.
You're a great artist, Theodore.
This actually feels like a game for kids, doesn't this? It's kind of giving me Pictionary.
Probably. Hold on. So I think the similarity bar jumps not too high. I'll try and give that to a tree. Guys, I'm not that good. All right, you know what? I think it's pretty good. The references might need a little bit of work to do. These are all generated by Biela itself. They're SVGs, so in theory, we can actually make it a little bit better, and I can actually give that to Biela just to test it out. We also have another. I could show you guys another version of this project, which I tested out, which I think might do pretty much the same thing, but it's a different take on it. But I don't know if we have time about it. Do we have time, Sarah? What do we?
I'll show you. Well, we do have a guest that's joining us today.
All right, see if I can build this house. All right, that's not that good.
This is honestly, it's giving me Pictionary for kids. I really like it.
I really like how it says arm alarm and disarm alarm.
Yeah. Like it's for the house.
Yeah, it's like a ticking time bomb.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna be honest. I know that you were thinking of this for like a wake up alarm. I'm seeing this as like you're on a road trip with the family. And you're like it feels like a tablet game that could easily be even for the littles, like for small kids that they can't play the more complex games, but this would be really good. Learning shapes, simple artistic stuff. I like this. This is really cute. I think I would, if this were me, I would change the use case. I don't think I would use it for alarm. I think I would use it for entertainment.
I mean, that sounds good. I mean, that's just personal preference, honestly. And
Right.
I was actually thinking of another version of this app that we could maybe build in the future. but I'm not sure how we could test that out. But imagine this: if you had access to the accelerometer from your phone, which is the
What is
accelerometer is the sensor that actually detects movement on your phone.
Oh,
So imagine this: you get you get access to the accelerometer from your phone, and you gotta, I don't know, like throw your phone up in the air in order to
to
make
check
the
it.
alarm stop. Kind of like one of those movie tropes where you gotta throw the alarm against the wall in order to turn it off.
That is funny. Or like
Right?
it's like, no, that was fake. You just threw the phone. You need to walk. You need to get up and move. That's
Maybe.
funny.
I mean, it's pretty interesting idea. Of course, we might destroy the phone, but if
Okay,
it's if it's
Kyle asked, do you think you could connect this app to your smartwatch?
oof, that's a tough question. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because most smartwatches, I mean, depends on the brand. Most smartwatches are use different softwares. I think Google uses like Wear OS, Huawei uses like Tizen, or Samsung uses Tizen. I'm not sure. It
Yeah.
depends on the smartwatch that you're using, but in my opinion, I think it's pretty difficult to connect.
Yeah, I think I was gonna
You could ask the
I think
AI
when
though.
yeah, you definitely can. So even to that point, Kyle, I've noticed that the native data that's being collected by some of the makers of the products, like the device makers, tends to be pretty heavily guarded in terms of accessing that data and information. It's funny, right? Because we signed the waiver, and then every once in a while they'll say, "Hey, we have new updated waivers. Sign this in order to keep using, your iPhone or your Apple Watch or whatever." So you really don't have an option, but there's an acknowledgement that the data they collect is used in whatever way they want to.
Yeah.
So we've noticed, like, when it comes to whether it's your heart rate monitor or the accelerometer, I think, there tends to be extra steps in to be able to integrate outside, applications with the
Yeah.
data that's collected in those devices. Um, yeah, so I wish and I hope. I did also see that there had been some new sort of like open sourcing um, stuff that is going on that maybe will give developers more flexibility, but I think we have to stay close to that. And we're not
Let's
really
answer this last question from Chaotic Kyle and then
Yeah.
move on to the guest that's waiting for us. So Chaotic Kyle says, guys, can I ask you something? Do you know GT7? It's a racing game. Could you make a web app showing what cars are and the best builds, like meta cars, for example, dropping the suspension, etc. So GT7, Gran Turismo 7, is that what you mean? I think
Oh.
I'm familiar with that. We could try at least on a live stream. Maybe this is a future topic for like a topic for a future live stream.
Oh, sure, always, of course.
Yeah. I do like racing games and stuff like that. So
I'll take note of that. I'll take note of that, Kyle, and I will leave that for the developers to
we
look
did
at.
have a couple of games in mind sometimes, but I heard that not many people are interested in seeing games be built on the live stream, so that's why. But if there's interest, then sure. Let's bring the guest. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
That's just Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
That's just Daniel. That's not the guest. So I think we have the guest.
Hi, Rajvi. How are you?
How are you? You're muted, by the way.
There we are.
Hi, guys. I'm unable to hear you. I can just hear the background music. I can't hear your voices, unfortunately.
Oh.
Interesting.
That can't be right.
My lip reading won't be good enough for the whole phone call.
That's a
see.
technical difficulty. Okay, can you
I'm gonna
send?
see if she can log out and log back in.
That is true. Yeah, you should tell that.
Okay. I just messaged you here.
Hopefully, we're able to resolve this issue. But she was able to hear us previously. What happened?
That's true because we were on. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I asked if she can also make note for audio settings. Well, what I'll do while we're sort of getting started with, well, getting her going, Rajvi is really in a great place with her business. She has a phenomenal concept. She has some business partners as well too, and really what they're focused on in this moment is telling their story really well. So clearly defining the brand and clearly defining their product offering. And so in this particular build, I like it because of its simplicity. And I think a lot of people are in the same spot. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Awesome.
I was just giving a quick intro, and then I'll ask. I'm going to ask to have you share from your own mouth. But I like the simplicity of this build because I think a lot of people are in this position, right? They've got an idea, they've got a business that they're starting. Maybe they've been in an industry, or you've been in an industry for a long time, and you're actually pivoting to offer something new and different that's sort of giving you a niche in your particular industry. And so how you communicate the message is very important. And how better to do that than a really well-designed landing page or web page? And then to make matters even better, a very simple call to action, so that as you're going out and building and expanding your the awareness of your brand in the market, you can easily send people to your website and they can really get the entire story. Social is amazing. Social is obviously a part of any marketing ecosystem, but having a really well-designed website is very crucial because you can tell your story from start to finish, and it's not in a 15-second clip or 30-second clip. It's a place where they can go and then also interact with. So the majority of our work really on this particular build was around creating the prompt. So I am going to just pass the microphone to Rajvi. Tell us a little bit about you, your business, even maybe if you feel comfortable, sort of how you came into this, and then also how did you find Biella and what brought you to us?
Okay, so guys, we're a startup company based in Dubai. I saw Biella on Instagram, and obviously it caught my attention. We're a team of 3 founders that started the company, and we have to translate the message of what our company does in a way, because we do relationship management based off of gifting, but at the same time we're not a generic gifting website where you'd go online and you'd see a platform for like flowers, cakes, balloons, for example, and you can filter through prices. It's more customized than that. So we like to curate things per client and essentially have a calendar built for each of our clients. We remind them beforehand that, okay, you have this special occasion coming up. How can we support you? What is your budget? Based on the relationship of the person that they're gifting to, we want it to feel personalized, because it's very easy to make someone happy with a big red box with a shiny gold ribbon, but we want to kind of make it different for them. So for us, having a website that can translate this, because it's a bit of a mouthful, and this is me literally trying to keep it as short as possible, is like we're selling a service, but it's also a product, and then it's also a feeling, and then it's also managing your lifestyle, and it's also a very niche market. So this is basically where we need help.
It's so good. And I'll say here that I love your explanation. as we go through the website, I think people are really going to get it. I don't know if I said this to you because we were processing through your information ahead of time, but this is an amazing position. I really, really like your product. I think you're definitely onto something. I think the clientele, like product client mix or match is really great. So congratulations. I think that's
Thank
phenomenal. I think the other thing that you could easily struggle with if you were building a website with a like a template is how do you communicate what you just said? Like it's a service, but it's a product. It's also a feeling. And I think we're going to really get a great result with Biella because of number one, like our visual beauty. I really feel like Biella does a great job with that. But I love the fact that we're going to be able to customize your storytelling all the way through the site, through the different pages, and you're going to see just how easy that is. So I'm excited that we're able to have you on today. And
Me too.
yeah,
I really like the way you said that you're selling a feeling,
feeling, yeah.
because it kind of, I mean, gifting is kind of personal. It's like the most personal thing you could probably do, and it's just amazing that you put it in this way, like in these kinds of words. And I hope we have this, like this kind of like feeling thing as a header or like as a headline on the website, because I think it's pretty important to say that out loud to a customer.
Yeah,
That
I agree.
you're
And
actually,
that's the thing. Like, sorry, go on.
yeah, that you're actually bringing in a feeling to the mix here instead of just selling a product or giving a gift. You're selling an experience, similar to like what companies usually say nowadays, like we're selling an experience.
Absolutely.
Well, this time is we're selling a feeling, like an emotion.
Yeah.
Pretty important, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so this is what we're going to do based on the conversation. So understanding how Biella can support you in whatever endeavor you're on is the first step, right? In some instances, people are building complex software and, Biella helps build very technical things. In some instances like this, we're building a landing page that is really about the feeling, right? The products. And so the main part of our, I would say, work was just actually a conversation that Rajvi and I had. She told me about her business. She told me about her clientele. We talked specifically about the two different audiences that she would be looking to target. One of them being more of like a one-on-one personal relationship, and the other being more towards corporations who are looking to even strengthen company culture around giving and generosity, all of those things. And so in this particular site, we decided to split the weight of quote unquote real estate or the call to action to be like a 50-50 split. If you were in a similar scenario, but maybe you wanted to more heavily focus on one client or the other, you can actually tell Biella, I want it to be more so an 80-20 split. And then it would sort of divide the real estate on the site in that way so that you have more of a feature and then a secondary product. But we decided on a 50-50 split. And I created a prompt and ran the prompt just to test it. This is so amazing and so powerful. Why don't we jump to that first example? And then we're going, or maybe actually, let me think about this so Biella has time to build. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. So I created the prompt and I ran it, and we had one first response. I sent that to Rajvi so she could look at it and she could see what her response was. What did she really enjoy? What did she want to see change? Then we modified the prompt a bit, and now we're going to re-enter that second prompt. So Theo, I don't know if you've already done that, but can you re-enter the second prompt?
Yes, I did already, and it's currently running in the
Amazing.
background, and we can show the first iteration of the website if you want.
Yeah, so let's do that. So just for the benefit of everyone involved, Rajvi started with a very simple brand deck, and from there I asked her more questions, and then we entered this prompt.
So this is the website currently. We have a nice video generated by Biella here. And from what I
Can you
understand,
can you sorry, I'm not able to see that, but would you read across the top of the tabs? Yeah.
here, Better Call Auntie.
Is the name, and then the pages for each
Yeah,
one.
so we have about, individuals, corporate, how it works, services, and then a begin button.
Nice.
And we have a nice hero section, as I like to call it. So we have some relationships, shape everything. So again, this is basically selling a feeling, an emotion to clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have some images. This is very, I would say, presentational, or I'm not sure how to call it, honestly, but it looks very nice. I mean, it has this feeling of like,
Two paths, one philosophy. How do you feel, Rajvi? How do you feel the copy landed? Do you feel like it represents the brand well?
I feel like it definitely captures the essence of how we're going for. So if you can just go up a bit, there was something about psychology. So that's actually one of our company USPs, that we have an onboard and inner child psychologist that works with our clientele. And that's something that's not out there on the market at all. So the fact that Biella was able to pick up from the company profile deck that I had shared with you and able to know that, okay, this is key information that we want to put right there in the beginning of the website is great. And again, using like, it's all about buzzwords when you have
Yeah.
a company website, right? So you want it there, like you want psychology read, you want the fact that you have philosophy behind your thought process.
Yes.
So the buzzwords I was super impressed with, honestly.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And that's that marketing forward sort of piece, right? Because you know what I've noticed in building with Biella is it is truly building a marketing sales page.
Yeah,
And
100%. And
right?
with
And
a,
it actually is
with a company like mine, which we've launched, we can't necessarily market our products because we have NDAs signed with our clients. You have niche clientele that don't want their gifts publicized. So when I have people that come up to me and ask, show us some things that you've done, I'm unable to do that. So the importance of this website for them to be able to capture that feeling, as we were talking about before, is it's the deciding point. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I also like the human touch aspect of it, because it's like, it's got these trapezoidal shapes. It's not very flat or minimalistic or anything like that. I mean, it is kind of minimalistic, but
It's still
it's got the
clean, but it's
human-
got character.
yeah,
Mhm.
it does.
Yeah.
And we got the
And-
Discover.
And that element that you talked about, the bit of a challenge when you have clientele that is private, but then you've got other clientele who would want to see examples. One of the things that we'll see when you come down the page is Biella really captured that where it mentions exclusivity, I think, or there's a little bit of element of, so it's sort of
Bespoke?
no, go down just a bit more. I believe it talks about yes, here. Spoken
Strictly
in
confidential.
confidence, yeah, held in trust. This element of the site is really important, and this is one of the things that we may continue to work on, Rajvi, together, is where do we even put that? That may be worthy of coming up a little bit higher, even as a banner, or not, but like even a smaller section that just indicates the fact that we recognize we have a lot of private information, and we are a very trusted and private organization as well. And I think, again, just elevates your market position to a certain clientele.
Yeah.
But Biella picked that up, right? I mean, it picked it up in the brand deck. And so for the audience and for guests, what I want you to also understand is Rajvi's starting point, right? So I imagine, and maybe you can tell us a bit about that process, you got together with your co-founders, and just talked through what the brand was and created a fairly simple slide deck, right? That was the overall concept, and it was from that we were able to create this prompt. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that process so people have an understanding. This is
Yeah.
not, it wasn't massive. She didn't send me 45 pages of things.
No,
But
it was literally me in the back on Canva, like sitting, trying to like get everything that's here out
Yeah.
onto there.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you guys a little bit about this actually. So the company name, we'll start with that. It's called Better Call Auntie, right? Because I believe we all have someone in our family who always kind of calls us, hey, don't forget this date, don't forget this date, don't forget this date. And within my friendship circle and with my family, I am that person. And the whole business concept and idea, like before we even thought we could turn this into a business, was a general conversation where I was sitting with one of our founders, and I explained a day where it was a friend's wedding anniversary, and the husband is a CEO of a company, and he didn't have time. He was like, Rajvi, I have 40 hours. Take my credit card, do something.
Yeah.
And so, as I was sharing this story, one of the co-founders looked at me and said, "This is how you're going to make money. I've never seen your eyes light up like this. Let's turn it into a
That's awesome.
business." So yeah, exactly. So then basically what we did was we were like, okay, let's conceptualize. How can we turn this into something that gives us money? And how do we make people happy?
Mhm.
So we sat and we brainstormed. And again, I don't know, like in a conversation, I can explain what we do and you guys can grasp what we do, but putting it down on pen and paper or
Mhm.
computer screen, shall we say, it was mind-wrecking. So literally I sent Sarah, like, I think it was 9 pages? 9 pages, and even that's like, I'm doing 9 pages of a PowerPoint presentation, not even like
Yeah.
loads of writing. And that's basically the very limited content that I was able to
Yeah.
share with you.
You know, something else that I love about what you said, you're sitting having a conversation with friends, family, and a real scenario came up. And
Yeah.
then you had someone observe the light in your eyes and say, that's it. This is the thing that I feel like is so powerful with Biella, because now you can take that concept that is genuinely yours. So it's niche to you, right? Your community, your circle of influence, your passion. And now you can prototype an actual business and spin up a very beautiful professional representation of that in no time at all. And this is the combination of like using Biella to be able to extract the elements that would be great for marketing feature, right? The buzzwords, as you mentioned, the fact that Biella pulled out, you know, the trust and sort of privacy elements of it. It really is, it's like a marketing consultant along the lines of your page design. And I think this is where so many people stand at the door of opportunity in this particular time. And this is why I think,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
This is why it's so
Sarah,
important and so
tell
powerful.
you,
Yeah.
I have been trying to build this website on my own. And should I tell you where I got in 5 months? I
Yes.
think
Please.
the platform I was using firstly crashed maybe 7 times after me doing like 6 hours worth of like editing and moving and saving and adding a box and a template and an image. I cried maybe 4 times. So much fun. And then again the same thing. I couldn't understand how to put what was here onto the screen.
Yeah.
So the fact that something like Biella even exists, like for someone like me, I have the idea, I have the business, I want to be successful. I don't have a huge astronomical budget to create this high-tech website or even the time, you know, because I've taken so long trying to build a website on my own. I need something quick. I need something cost effective. I need a program that can take my thoughts and bring them to reality. And that's literally what I think BL has done. It's taken this
Yes.
and done that.
And done that.
Bravo, guys. Really.
Oh, amazing. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this with you. It's really good. Theo, do you want to just jump on to a couple of the other pages? We've seen the homepage. Obviously, it's beautiful. You can see this sort of 50-50 split where we've got a call to action for individuals, but then also for the corporations. I was really impressed with the pages. I'm not sure which one. I literally can't see. Hold on.
I wanted to ask you something, Rajvi.
Yeah.
So about the company name, can I ask where you got the inspiration from for it? Because there's a show that's called, it's similarly called to this, and I wanted to ask if you got inspiration from it. I watched it a little bit, so that's why. Are you able to hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm not sure if maybe she froze.
Oh. No, I'm not able to hear you, actually. I can hear Sarah.
Interesting.
Maybe refresh?
Do you think it's from my side again? Should I?
That's so strange. Could you hear him before?
Yeah, I could hear everyone.
Maybe it's
before.
because I
Just
stayed
suddenly
muted
now
for so
when he
long.
took over the screen,
That's so
maybe?
weird. You can try, yeah. See if you can log out and log back.
Okay, bear with me.
Wow, I really like this animation, Sarah. I think this
nice.
might
Yeah,
be.
that is a nice page.
Yeah,
Kyle
I've
said
never
he
seen.
can hear. Which page is that? I'm having a hard time because it's so small.
It's the about page. Let's
About page.
try and make it bigger.
That is really cool. I like that.
Yeah, right? Like,
Mhm.
I've never seen this kind of animation done before on a website. It's so nice.
And that's also a place where she could sort of give ambiguous visuals from different events and clients that she's supported.
That's true, yeah. So,
Really?
I believe it's the... Let's see. Let's bring
Go to,
Rajvi back.
Okay, great.
Hello.
Okay, yes. Hi, I can hear everyone now.
Awesome.
Okay, wonderful. Look, scroll down to the about page. Show her that part again. I think Rajvi, even we both liked this animation that happened at the very bottom, which we'll be able to work together, and I'll show you how to change those images. But this could also be a very nice way to ambiguously visually display some of the projects that you've or clients you've supported, making sure that it's protecting
some of the gifts, maybe. Yeah.
But that's also a very nice way. Okay, let's look at the individuals.
Or maybe even share concepts or ideas of things that I could create potentially for a client, personal, corporate, and keep it there as like a filler.
That's very good. I agree with that totally, because then it allows for your creativity to shine in a really nice way. Yeah.
No two recommendations should be the same.
I like that.
But yeah, Rajvi, I had a question for you. So the name here, did this come up to you from a show that you watched? Because I just watched a similar show, and
I was waiting for that question to come through, actually. Fun fact, I had no idea that Better Call Saul was a thing. I'm very, I'm not a television person at all. I knew what Breaking Bad was.
Yeah.
And again, it came up in conversation. So since university, okay, wow, that makes me feel old when I talk about that. My friends always used to joke with me and tell me oh, Radfrey, you're like the auntie of the group. In my bag, I'll have the chewing gum and the tissues and the wet wipes and everything. So that had lingered on. And then the concept of reminding people about birthdays and special occasions and things. And it was always a thing we better call Rajvi, she'll know this. We'll better call Rajvi. And then I obviously didn't want to have my name on the brand that made me feel so
Yes.
Like, I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about like other people. Naturally, I'm a very giving person, so boom, better call auntie. But I need to
I
figure
love
out when I
that.
become a multi-millionaire, am I gonna have like a court case with those guys? I don't know.
I love that as a part of your story. I know that you're, leaning away from the individual representing the brand, but I
Mhm.
love the fact that even in university, you were the one with the handbag that had all of the
Literally.
things. Like this is like I love that. That's really great.
A reliable person to ask for gum.
Yeah,
Right.
and also for gifting ideas, don't forget.
Okay, let's look at the individual page and then the corporate
Mhm.
page. Let's just bridge or breeze through those, and then I want to take a look at the second option, and we're gonna see, Rajvi, which one we like the best as our
Okay.
starting point. And and then from there we're going to connect your email so that that way by the time we're finished with this call, you will have a live site that we can continue to edit and customize, but that will directly connect to your email so that anyone who submits a form, you will be notified.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
I'm just working in the background here with the new website, just
Okay.
in case.
Which page are we looking at right now?
So this is the corporate page.
Mhm.
Okay, and
You
it
said you
has
just like these images. Recognition that becomes retention. Very good. I like that.
and it has the employees here, like what it does, onboarding moments, service anniversaries, milestone recognition, stuff that's more corporate. I see.
And this Rajvi is such a great starting point because now you see the layout and the flow, and now you can easily go in and customize the copy. And when we do that, you'll see how easy it is to just because of the way that Biella will design it so that it is a marketing sales page. You don't have to overthink the amount of content that you put there, but you can customize what you see to make sure that it represents everything that you do well. And sometimes you'll come up with new ideas.
And you know what's super interesting here? That there are elements that I believe Biella has created and leveled up on the information that it's been given and come up with things that it wasn't even from me. It's like being like, oh yeah, but Rajvi, you forgot about this. And then
it will fill
took
the
me
gaps.
down an extra path.
Yes, exactly.
It always helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When you're out of ideas, you can just tell it to Biella and it's going to be able to create from scratch what you need.
Corporate confidence.
Rebrand instead of just Biella. Make better ask Biella. We can collaborate.
Better ask Biella. Okay. That's a nice one. All right, so we have the how it works. Again, this is pretty much on the front page as well. Services. I'm gonna breeze through just so we have some time to show the other website as well. And I really like this animation here. Relationship profiling.
Yes, I liked that a lot when I saw this.
Yeah, and how it flashes to the other thumbnail image. It's nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have the 4 individuals. I think I really like this, how it breaks down between the individuals and organizations.
Okay, guys, so I did this prompt after having the conversation with Rajvi, and this prompt cost me, I think, $5.50. So then we came back and I gave this to her and I said, take a look at it. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, if you'd like to see different things. And she gave a little bit of feedback. It wasn't a ton, but she then also provided some really great visuals that resonated with her. Then I gave all of that to Theo to modify the prompt that I originally used. And now we're going to look at 2 sort of, quote unquote, side by side to see what Biella produced after having received a more updated prompt. And then from that, we're going to choose which one. So you've never seen this one. This is going to be the...
No, I'm super excited to see this.
This is the one
I'm anticipating it well.
And then we'll decide which one you like. And that will be the project that we start from and finish. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So this one still a little bit building, but it's building because I asked it to connect the form. So let's go ahead and share it, and should be done very soon.
No rush.
Okay, and we also have a domain to connect, right? And this is going to be the first time
Yes.
we showed this on stream.
So one
It's
of the
gonna be
things
interesting.
One of
yeah.
the things that I'll say, just you talked about connecting the form, that Rajvi, after having looked at that initial site, came up with an idea which I thought was really nice. We are looking at the individual, the one-on-one client, right? And so this is very relationship driven. It's very very custom, and so she wanted to allow for that individual to have an option. So they could book a call, or book a discovery call as their first step, but maybe they're feeling super productive, maybe they're in the middle of the night or some odd time or something, and they wanted to fill the form. And so now this gives the ability to actually have as an option to fill the form, but it's not a requirement. So it's giving them that choice as a call to action. Wow, this is a totally different.
I know. By the way, I'm going to cut you off there. You just gave me a great idea. Instead of the whole KYC, we can call the tab Discover Yourself as the giftee. I need to write this down one second
we were
before I
looking
look at this
That's so
website.
good.
1 second.
Wow.
Discover
Okay, I like
yourself.
this. This is okay. This is just me, but this is giving me like, elevated without,
Yes.
right?
And I like the new font, the new writing at the top. It's much better.
Yes. The other one, I think the
see
thing
if I
about
can
the
make it
hero image on the first one, even though it was kind of giving me housewife, it's kind of giving me housewife,
Yeah, a little bit.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas this is giving me like high-end event.
One thing I must say though, which I will have to, I don't want any alcohol-related images on the website.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
That's just one point that I'd like to make. But
We can definitely
the
change that. Yeah.
feeling of like being served, being looked
Served.
after,
Yeah.
the glittery lights, the font change.
Yeah, the little bits that sort of drop in the
Yes.
black. Yeah,
Yes.
that's very nice. Which of course I'll show you how we use the editing tool to even reinvent that video. Oh, look at that.
So this is one of the images that you asked us to use, right? And this is another one.
Wonderful.
Pretty much just gave it to Biela. Actually forgot the first time to put it in the first prompt, and I just gave it to the second prompt, and it
When
made sure
you
to use
hover over individual clients, we get the individual letter, and then when you hover over corporate and organizations, you get the
Very good catch. Yes, exactly. That is incredible, guys.
There are a couple
Powerful.
of animations here as well. Another ask you had was the rectangle buttons, right? You had
Yes,
some
please.
buttons that were arrow shaped. Well, in this case, we did modify it in the second prompt, and we made
my
all
gosh.
of them
I
square
like
shaped.
these steps. Hold on.
Sorry, can you go over the box? Is there like a hue going
Yeah.
around the mouse?
Yeah.
So basically, it's like a magic wand. So it's like a fairy godmother clicking around. That is
So good.
I wouldn't have even thought about that.
I love this too. A first conversation, psychology applied gently. That's so nice. Thoughtful, never transactional, executed with discretion. It's giving so love that.
Yeah, it shows our mission.
The fonts are so amazing, honestly.
Yeah, the fonts are nice.
Very, very elevated but clear. And then with the little touch of the cursive writing. It's giving a bit of Disney vibes to me, which I absolutely love.
That's awesome.
Oh, here's psychology
With the
again.
hue. Yeah.
Knowing
Here's
someone,
psychology.
not just knowing about them.
You can read it out loud, Sarah.
No, actually, I cannot because I have glasses on and I'm seeing the
Oh.
name. Everything else is very small. I'll be looking at it with a link. I love this.
So this is another image that was provided and we used it. I did actually tell it to get inspired by the images, but I guess it didn't get the memo on this.
Yeah,
On this one.
which is very easy for us to do. That's
It's
actually a
Mhm.
very easy fix. Yeah.
And also, to be fair, guys, I shared 3 or 4 images,
Yeah.
so I need
Yeah.
to do a deeper research on images. I'm focusing more on the written content, but
Yeah.
wow, look at this.
This is nice. This is really nice.
Oh, I love websites that show statistics.
Uh-huh.
Numbers don't lie, right?
Right. That's nice.
Mentions NDAs, just like you said.
Mm-hmm. This is good. You know, this is I really like it because the content, the copy itself it's like a self-identifier for the client. So the copy is executed so well in terms of like NDA on every engagement. This speaks to the person who wants privacy without saying, we know you need privacy. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not pointing fingers.
Yes, exactly. It goes, oh, they get me. Okay, this makes sense. This is good.
Okay, we have a quiet beginning.
Oh, I love this. The next
Oh, we have the
You
become a
just-
client or
starts here.
check out the corporate solutions. So I'm guessing since it's like 50-50, it was able to separate it. I'm not sure why it made the become a client highlighted, but I guess it's
That's
more
okay,
like,
though. I'm actually happy with that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
It
let's
does
move on.
feel just based on our conversation, it does feel like it does feel true to the core tenant, which is
Yeah.
right. The individual one-on-ones actually feel a bit more central, and then and even building around an individual who may be a CEO, and maybe it's for their personal, but then also for their company. Oh, those are pretty.
I like
These
these
are very
images. I think
nice
they're
images.
very
Like
nice.
you know that feeling I was saying that I want to sell. Essentially, it's that whole era where people used to sit and write love letters or gifts with fountain pens, and I'm all for like handwritten notes if you give someone a book. So that really picked up on what
I also
what we
really
gave
like-
Vienna really well.
I also really like the wax stamps on letters.
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of those videos.
Yeah, and you can see elements of that in the site. So good.
Yep. In the last site as well, it had the
Yeah. It's true.
the NDA, the private thing. It was looked like a
Oh,
sealed
look at
letter.
that. Start in 30 seconds or take a slow afternoon.
I'm really
Interesting.
curious
Check
about
out the
the form
questionnaire.
though.
Yeah, let's see that.
Let's see
So
that.
wait,
All right,
what's
sure. So this is the have more time, build a full profile instead.
okay,
Oh my
so this
gosh.
is like the booking form, so requesting a call back, essentially.
And
Yeah.
I love that it says begin in 30 seconds. Like you've got options. Take 30
Yeah,
seconds.
and because you know the clientele, the reason they want this is because they don't have time to think about gifting and they want
Yes.
things done. So you're selling a quick solution.
Yes. But
I like
it's
that.
very possible that they're totally inspired by your website, or maybe they had a conversation with you or they saw you speak and they've sort of in their mind already said yes. And so, or the site actually draws them in to say like, oh, this works. And then they have the option of filling out the more information, which is really, really great. I love having that.
I feel like this is going to sound maybe not the best way, but let's take a generic, like a book relationship. I feel like the 30 seconds one is going to be literally for like the quick business person in the relationship, and then filling out the form is going to be someone who's like got a little bit of leisure time on the weekend, like able to sit and scroll through. So we're accommodating to 2 different types of people.
Yep.
In a way of reaching by doing this.
This is amazing.
So
Okay.
sorry, this is the questionnaire, correct?
This is the question.
I zoned out.
This is
The
question.
one that's more comprehensive. And I think this is for an individual as well. It's not for corporate or
Yes, this is definitely the individual
businesses.
one.
Yeah. And it's got like 9 sections, a lot of questions. So
Yeah, so this
Any-
is where you can see that we've done the work with the inner child psychologist. So it's like getting
Mhm.
into deeper gifting. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
And we've got headlines for each section.
yeah,
Mhm.
relationships. It all got separated into different
Mm-hmm.
categories. There's like 9 of them. Quite a lot actually. This is quite a lot of typing.
Mm-hmm.
Which none of it is required, and that's always a thing, right? So
Mhm.
they could answer some, not others. They could go into depth in some easily.
And I think it's good to have this because if it's online, they can take their time and share as much or as little as they like. Because when I've done these
Mhm.
discover yourself phone calls, it lasted around an hour, and that's just the pre-call. And then we would do the pitch and sit with the creative team. So maybe this actually, for the people that want to be quicker, it would work.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can say that too, like in order to get ahead of some of the onboarding, you could do this in your own time.
Okay,
Amazing.
so
Okay, so I think we have a clear winner,
this one?
100%, yes.
right?
Okay.
We have a clear winner. So, which is also now, what was the initial prompt amount on that one?
But the cost?
Yeah, the cost for that one. Yeah.
So the cost, I believe it was, I can see it here, $13.23.
Okay.
But this is with 2 prompts. Actually,
2
3
prompts.
prompts. Oh, 4 prompts
yeah.
actually.
So probably it was probably close to the same. So look at how
Close to 5 probably.
look at how impactful that is. You can have 2 amazing prototypes to choose from, and you could even, like, I'm saying this for the benefit of others as well, because you kind of knew your brand colors and stuff. But if you were trying to still make a decision about some of that, I want to see it in a modern script and maybe these brand colors, or I want to see it in a more classic and these brand colors, right? And you can essentially, for under $15, prompt a few different options as a starting point, and then it's phenomenal.
I mean, it's actually under like 10, maybe under like $6, because I actually forgot the first time to add the images. So that's another prompt. And I actually told it at the end to connect resend. So that's another prompt that you could just give it from the first one. So if you don't forget like me and you plan out ahead,
and you put it all ahead, it could be.
if you plan out ahead and put it all in one prompt, you're going to have a finished website within one prompt.
So did I hear you say you already connected resend?
Yes, I did. I connected resend successfully.
So Theo was confident that we were going to like this one better. So he already
I love the
connected your
confidence
email.
here. You're very right.
Yeah, so I do actually have another prototype that I built in the same time within one prompt. So I can show you guys that one if you want. I can walk you quickly through that. Just a little bit, I think it's a pretty good website as well. I can show you guys. Do you want to see?
Okay, sure, yeah.
All right, let me share screen for that. Let's bring it up on the stage, and here it is. So another website similar, but this time there's no alcohol. There's just a gift box with a nice rose. Let's see the intro. Again, I also forgot to give the images to this one because I did it in parallel with the first prompt. So I just forgot for the both of them. But it does have the images. I think these are more towards your style, I believe. Not sure.
I like these images also. They're very nice. And I also like that it's still like on theme in a sense. Like it's clean cut, it's clear. It's got like that elevated gifting experience.
I'm not sure if the colors are up to your liking, or
it's a bit the color scheme is translated with a more of a heavy usage of the lower tones, versus the other one being a bit more bright. I feel like
Yes, and a lot more white on this website. So,
Yeah.
like here we've got cream, but above there was.
A lot of white and a lot of blue. So it does feel a little bit more corporate than personal.
Yes, you're right. It does feel more corporate.
Okay. And that's about it for this one. Again, has a contact, begin page, right, with two tabs here for a profile
Oh,
building,
I
which
like
actually,
here that here it says build my profile, and then it says 10 to 15 minutes. Could you scroll down, please?
yeah, sure. I do actually prefer this kind of profile building as opposed to that one, but we of course can exchange it between
Well,
them.
Yeah.
so let's talk a bit about that, because what we will do as we continue to work through this project is we can take sort of the best of both worlds. So
Yes.
let's say you do run 2 or 3 prompts and there's elements of one that you like, but maybe the core that you like is, one particular. So you use that as your starting point. You want to jump into the content studio really quickly, Theo?
For sure. For this website, right? The
And you
second
can see here,
iteration.
these are all of the images that were used in the site. So you can
Okay.
easily download these and then put them into another project so that in the
Oh,
future,
so I could take this to my Instagram page.
oh, definitely. Definitely.
Bravo.
And you could, if you've got let's say you've got 2 Biella projects and you really like everything about one, except for you like the images from the other, you can download and then and share those to the other project so that you can easily swap out the images. That's one thing. The other thing that you can do, let's say you like the form on the third site best. We just take a screenshot of that form, and then we can go into the project that you've decided on and send an image and say, on this page where you have a form, I want you to swap it out with this form instead. And it will do.
Wow. See, I didn't even think that things like that are actually possible to do. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
they're
even
possible
think to
now.
ask if we could do that.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we'll do together. You and I will set a working session and I'll show you again just more how to use the console and the different elements of the content studio and whatnot. And we'll be able to sort of pick and play, if you will.
Okay,
from the
thank
different
you.
elements.
I'm looking
Yeah.
I'm kind
forward
of
to that.
curious. Should I walk through how to connect the domain, or is that we don't have time for that?
Well, that maybe let's do that last, and then we'll close out for today. I think we do have the clear winner, right? Which is the second one.
Yeah, I can show
And I
that.
think we'll make all of our changes from there. We can come out with new hero video. We potentially even could use the hero video from a different one. Yeah, and then but I think that's a starting point. So let's just demonstrate how easy it is to connect your domain. So prior to this moment, Rajvi provided her credentials to Theo. So when you are connecting your domain, what you want to do is open 2 tabs. You've got your Biella tab open, and then you're going to open your domain provider, those tabs side by side, so that you can go through the process of connecting them. It's very simple. I'm not sure if you're meaning to share screen now, but we're not seeing your screen.
Oh,
Yep.
my bad. Yeah, so here's the BL screen, and I need to go to the settings, but we'll wait for the deployment. And I also have the domain name provider here, provider. And the domain is actually called bettercallonti.ae. I really like this domain.
That's good.
So this is actually my first time connecting on a BL, but it's super easy. So what you gotta do is go to the settings, and then you gotta go to domain name tab here as well. And then you click on add domain name, and then you type in your domain, which I'm gonna copy so I don't mess this up.
Which
All right,
is just bettercallonti.ae.
Yep, just bettercallonti.ae, and then you click on add domain name, and BL is gonna be able to give you a few records, as they call it, in a table, and you gotta basically take each of these and put them into the table that you find into your domain name provider. It's a little bit more complicated, but for everyone that's watching, if you want to do this, you can just follow my steps, and it's pretty easy. So the first one is type A, name at, and then value 76, 76, 21, 21.
So what you're doing here is updating your DNS settings, or you can see that it's titled DNS management. Now, if you are doing this and you've never done it before, or maybe you're watching it one time and you're going to do it yourself, one of the other things that I always like to suggest is on your page here, like your DNS management page, you can always take a screenshot and put that screenshot into Biella and say, I'm using this particular server or this particular domain hosting site, excuse me. This is where I am. And Biella will actually walk you through exactly what you need to do just by switching over to plan mode and putting a picture. This is a hack that I love to refer to because it is very, very helpful. Biella can look at what you've got in context and give you instruction as if it's the agent for that page, actually. So here you're updating the DNS settings. So when you enter that website into Biella, Biella is going to recognize where it came from. And then when you go to your DNS hosting site, you're essentially creating two, I call it keys, whatever, that talk to one another to say, yep, that's me. I just entered this information, and then now we've validated. And so then the two of them will connect, and the site will become live during that process.
But we do gotta wait a little bit for the website to actually update.
It's true. It can take up to like 30 minutes. Sometimes it happens immediately, but essentially that is the process. Once you say connect domain, Biella will produce those two DNS records. You just copy and paste those DNS records from Biella into your hosting site, and then it will validate because you're logged in on your browser on both of those sites, and then it will validate. Sometimes it will ask for, like, we sent you a text message or we sent you an email. Do you accept these changes? And then once that's the case, then it will go live. So
yeah. So here on this website, I actually gave it to change the hero video to not feature alcohol content, and it successfully did it, but I'm not sure if it's a video or it's just a static image. I think it's a static image, but we can actually create a video using the content studio. But I'm not sure we have
create a video with Biella based on images you feed it.
Yes.
Well, you can use images, but you can also use words if you have a plain description of the video you want to create.
As in, I can describe what kind of video I would want, and then Biella can create that.
Exactly. In the content studio, if you hit images here, you can just describe what you want. So give me a description if you have. Let's test it out. Just a quick one, just a test. You'll be able to do more later, like a better one. Just maybe.
Okay, fine. Let's think about some things. Pardon?
Maybe packaging a gift or packing a gift. A lady packing a gift dressed.
Yeah, we could do that in like a space where in the background, like, you know how you'd have, if you go to a gift wrapping shop, you'll have you'll have like the wrapping papers and the ribbons and the bows. So like kind of organized mess of a gift wrapping shop. Yeah.
Spread around and the background. Let's see what it's able to create. So lady packing gift in a gift shop with gift wrapping and gifts. That's a lot of gift words spread around in the background.
Yeah, let's see what it comes up with. This is very
all right. I think we might have an issue with the videos. I'm not able to. Maybe it's the AI.
Maybe
Could
we
be
just
the
use the
AI.
word gift way too many times that AI.
Maybe.
do this right now.
All right, we can try that out later on. You can try that out later on your own. But I think we can wrap it up here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we can. Sarah and I can
Okay.
modify as we go along.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
I think this was a huge success. Thank you so much, Rajvi, for coming on.
Thank
for
you guys. Honestly, you've
Thank you.
been so informative. I've learned so many different things within this phone call, and it's been a great session. And I'm so excited to work more with you guys and recommend you to all
Oh,
other.
I'm excited to
SMEs.
see the end result. Actually,
Thank you. I know.
Yeah.
Me too. We'll schedule we'll continue chatting on WhatsApp, and we'll schedule some
Done.
time to do the rest. Theo will deliver this product, the project that we landed on to you via email, and then I will show you how to get it loaded into your account, and we'll move forward from there.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you guys. Have an amazing night.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome so much. You too. Thanks.
Bye bye.
bye bye.
Bye-bye.